And if you've just in, please turn off your cell phones. And we will start with a statement from Coach Chadwick, and then we'll open it up for questions to the players.
Great game. Fans were plugged in. It's what March is all about. Southland Conference has to be very excited when they have games like that for the fans that came here, because if you weren't here today, you sure wish you were. Hats off to Stephen F. Austin. They got a great program. They got great players. They didn't have a very good shooting night tonight, and you know, sometimes that happens in March, and you just got to fight through it. And you know, they did a great job. They gave us everything we wanted and then some. Very proud of my team. I thought that they stayed focused, stayed locked in. Bad things, good things happen. You just got to keep fighting. It's March, and the clock is still running, and you're still alive. And so very happy with the finish, obviously, and the way that we were able to close the door.
Okay, we'll start.
Dari Jones, the Garage Department of Media. Emma, tell us about the last play of the game. You had the game-winning shot. Tell us what your mindset was and what you told yourself to make sure you executed and made it happen.
Well, there was a couple games at the end of the season where I had the ball in my hand. At the last second, I turned it over. So this time I was shooting it. You know, going through that play, we got in the huddle. I was screening for Lex across, and if they switched on me, if the other girl switched on me and they didn't talk about it, Dee was going to pass it to me. And I knew she would jump as soon as I ball faked, and I went straight to the hole and I didn't turn it over. So.
Good pass.
Yeah, it's just,
Dee made a great pass,
it's just surreal. I mean, we earned it. You know, they thought it was a little accident that we beat them at the beginning of the season. Nah, we beat them because we worked for it. We came together. We are here for a reason. Yeah, it was up and down at the beginning of the season, but now we got it figured out. So.
Brandon Williams, Southland.org. Dalesia, you guys are here, one game away for the championship. So I know you guys might feel a little exhausted, but you know the exuberation has got to be off the charts.
Ooh. What that means?
Exuberation is
like
excitement. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
She doesn't have a diploma yet. Just be slow.
My freshman year, we made it this far, but we lost. So it feels really good to be here and actually making it across. And now we're going to give everything we got, tied or not. We're going to give everything we got no matter what.
Dari.
This is for both ladies. Y'all did an outstanding job denying them the ball. What did y'all discuss before the beginning of the game to make sure that you kept your energy high defensively? Like you said, this is the third game in 3 days. But defensively, y'all are still locked in. So what are you telling yourselves? What are you doing to make sure that you keep that intensity every game?
Well, I think it starts on the ball with Day. I mean, she's a phenomenal on-ball defender. No one can see around her because she's so active. Her energy feeds off of us, and it makes us work harder because if we're not working hard and she's not on ball, she'll say something. She'll be like, why don't you deny that? Like, you can get that. I just feel like us staying together and defense is going to win us this tournament. So when we're not playing defense, we're not, because honestly we haven't had good shooting since we've been here. It's been all defensive steals, making them turn the ball over. So I feel like just us staying together, we play really good team defense. We're really bad individual defenders, as you can see. I got pinned 100 times. Yeah. So I mean, we just got to stay together and just play team defense because that's what we're good at.
Brandon.
Question to you. I mean, you had just one field goal going into that last play. Did you feel confident, you know, knowing that if the ball came to you, that you'd be able to make the play?
Oh yeah, I flushed all that happened at the beginning because I was not playing very well. But I just kept playing defense and just waited for my moment to come. And when it did, I rose to it.
Okay, any more questions for players, guys? You got another game. Get ready. Your excuse.
Thank you guys.
Okay, questions now for Royce. Careful now.
Coach, you've been here, you know, numerous times, you know, especially during your time in the Southland. You know, does it still feel special to be a part of a championship game?
Oh, absolutely. You know, that was another century ago. for these players to have come through what they've come through, to be having an opportunity to play. You know, our radio guy said, Coach, it's the 16th of March. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. You know, you're still playing, and it's 16th of March. You know, your team has done something right. So it's more special, I think, every time you go, because, you know, we'd been there a bunch back in the day. This group hasn't been there. You know, for them to get to go is special, because I get to go with them. A great bunch of young ladies, and looking forward to the challenge, and it is a Herculean one. Abilene's playing awesome. They aren't missing shots, and you know, they are on a mission. So we got our work cut out for us.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Tell us about, you know, you've had a pretty tough season, and you've had the odds stacked against you here, having to win 4 games in 4 days, and now you have to face a tough Abilene Christian team. Tell us about what will you say to the girls to make sure that, you know, you're being 1 win away from the tournament, that you get the job done.
Well, first of all, I have to go in that locker room and peel them off the ceiling. And the second thing we'll tell them is, you know, the same thing we told them yesterday. You have a big ladder, and you want to get to the top rung, but you can't jump up there and grab it. You got to go 1 rung at a time, and you can take a second, look down, but you got to keep climbing 1 step at a time. So we got to, you know, get to that media mark in first quarter tomorrow. We got to get to that media mark tomorrow in the first quarter and take that first step.
Thoughts on ACU? Obviously, you know, you saw what they did the past 2 days, but what do you feel that you'd have to do in order to slow down an offense that has so many options?
Well, you know, we may not shoot it till Monday. You know, we might hold the ball and make sure that, you know, they don't get that many opportunities. We're going to have to defend. We're going to have to dig deep. We're going to have to play our bench. 4 games, 4 days. Everybody's got to come to play. But it's March, and there are 40 minutes on that clock, and we got to play every tick like it was our last, and hopefully we'll be ready to play.
There is a 30-second clock, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we'll rebound it.
Just one last thing, as far as so what how do you plan on taking ACU out of their comfort zone? Of course, you know, they shoot extremely well, so I imagine you're going to be telling them about running them off the three-point line. But what will be your defense approach without, I guess, indulging too much of the game?
No, I think we got to mix it up. You know, we have to play a spread-out zone. We got to play our man. We got to use, you know, every defense that we have in our arsenal. We have to throw it out there, try to give them some different looks. We can't stay in one defense too long. I think that, you know, we have to go out and be aggressive on both ends of the floor and make some things happen. You know, you can make some things happen with your defense like we did tonight. That certainly helps your offense. You can also make some things happen with your offense that helps your defense if you play it the right way. So we got a work cut out for us, but we'll be ready to play.
Okay, any more questions for Royce? Thank you.
Thank you.
Sleep fast.
Appreciate it. Thank you.